I am so excited because I was able to check off 3 things in my wish list. Because I bought things, returned things, bought things, returned things. I'm a little crazy. Yes, I know what you're thinking. They're conscious down to their packaging. Such a great thing. Just so over the moon about to just only buy 5 things. There's nothing I can do with this. Like, okay. As much as I love dressing like a man, I also love dressing like a lady. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie, and today we're going to be talking about my year of 5 finds February. When I'm filming this, it's not even the end of February yet, and I think I found everything by February 13th. The first 2 months of the year so far have been good months to trial this whole only buying 5 things, because to be honest with you, I'm not really tempted by what's in the stores yet. I fear that March, April, once spring stuff starts coming in, that's when like I get really excited about spring and summer clothing and accessories and all of that. It's gonna feel a little bit more difficult to just only buy 5 things. So we'll see. And you know what? I also wanted to address real quick, somebody left a great comment in my January recap video because I was talking about a really cute sweater that I found at H&M. Very cute sweater. It was $6.99. Now, if I wasn't doing this year of only buying 5 things a month, I absolutely would have, without a doubt, purchased that sweater without even thinking about it. And the person commented that maybe I should consider doing a budget for the month instead of a certain number of items because I absolutely should have gotten that sweater. And while I do agree with the person that I absolutely wish I could have gotten that sweater, I have not been to H&M since to see if it's still there. I wanted to address why I'm not doing a budget and why I'm doing a number of items, because I've thought it through very thoroughly for myself. And the reason is because I'm really trying to intentionally think about what I bring into my wardrobe, and I rather own less things but better quality things. And in order to do that, sometimes I'm going to have to spend a little bit more money on something, and so I don't want a budget to constrain that. And you'll see within this month what I got is definitely more expensive than what I got in the first month, but it's still the same amount of things, right, number-wise in terms of items. And so that's what I want to do, is be really mindful. And also, if I were to set a limit on myself, say if I were to say like I'm only going to spend $200 or $250 a month, you best guarantee that I would find so many things. I would probably make it a challenge for myself to buy as many on sale cheap things as I could get so that I just collected more. That's just how my brain works. I'm really good at getting a deal. I would probably buy so much cheap jewelry because that's my favorite weak spot. And what I'm trying to do is not do that. I'm trying to really think about it and be mindful and really select quality things. But by all means, if you're trying to, get a grip on how much money you spend, I would certainly say that a budget would be a great thing to do. I just know myself, and I know that I would make it a challenge of finding as many great, cheap, on sale things. And I rather right now, especially because I'm almost 40, I'm at a different stage of my life than maybe other people might be. I'm really trying to invest and elevate some of my pieces and think more mindfully about it. And also remember, I'm trying to also buy some things that are made by conscious clothing brands, which are going to be more expensive. And so I don't want to limit myself to a budget, but I'm not necessarily going to buy super expensive things every month too. That's not my goal, but I just don't want to set a number money-wise on what I spend every month. But in a recent video that I did, I talked about a wish list for my year of 5 finds. I was putting a list in my phone, which I've never really done before. And this month, I am so excited because I was able to check off 3 things in my wish list. So I'm gonna start off with what I got first, like the order in which I purchased things. So actually in January, one of the things in that recap video, I talked about that I returned a lot of things and that it was just like a crazy month for me because I bought things, returned things, bought things, returned things. One of the things that I bought and returned was this next shirt. And it's because I bought it in a size large. I bought it a little bit too big. Once I watched the footage back, I just realized that it was a completely cute style on me. I just needed to buy it in a different size. And I actually went to return the shirt, and then I realized that it was not a free return. It would be $7 for me to return this $58 shirt. And so I just stopped and said, you know what, I'm going to try the medium. I'm going to try a size down before I return it and forgo $7. And I ended up really liking it. So the shirt is from Amore Vert. And yes, I know what you're thinking. This t-shirt was $58. Now this is a part of the research. This is a part of what I'm doing. Is it worth it to buy Conscious? It's made in the USA. So this is where you might think I'm crazy, and I actually think I'm a little crazy too. But here, let me explain to you. They're Conscious down to their packaging, which is great. Oh, I got this in a medium. So I've been looking online at a lot of these Conscious brands and just sort of like flagging certain things that I might like to buy here and there throughout the months. And this was one that I had my eye on. It's just a basic white t-shirt, but it's more feminine, and it reminds me of like a ballet leotard, which I really like. It's an over-exaggerated boat / scoop. It's the only way I can explain it is that it's like a ballet leotard. Has a little bit of this gathering right here in the front, kind of comes down to a subtle V. And then the sleeve is a little bit longer than normal, and the back comes down a little bit as well. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. I used to own a shirt from Old Navy that was like $10. That was kind of similar to this, and I knew that I loved it a lot, and I loved it particularly with skirts in the spring and the summer. It just adds like a delicate feminine touch to things, and I really was like, yes, I want to get that. It's $58. Is this going to be worth it? And the answer is I'm not sure yet. I know some people talk about like, Conscious brands and investing in basics. I would not invest in a t-shirt normally. And because if you've been watching me for a long time, you know my favorite tank tops are from Old Navy. You can get them for like $8. But I normally wouldn't invest in like a t-shirt or a tank top. They get stained easily because they're white. The under armpits get stained. I don't know if it's from perspiring or if it's from my deodorant. But this is something that's a little bit more specific. And I don't think I would wear this as much as a t-shirt like this or that Old Navy tank top. And so that's why I'm thinking that this is sort of a special basic t-shirt, and maybe it will be worth it. That first thing was kind of boring. The next few things are all very exciting. So the second and third thing, this actually counts as 2. I could have counted it as 1 if I wanted to cheat, but they were pricey, and so I'm counting it as 2, as it should be. So this month my family and I went to Vancouver and Seattle for a little vacation. And while I was in Vancouver, I had never been in an Aritzia before. I know that there is an Aritzia in Chicago, which is the closest location to me. I have actually never been there. I've never shopped there before. And so I was so excited to go to Aritzia. And so I went with my girls one night. Just me and my girls went and looked around. FYI, they're 9 and 6, so they didn't really want to shop with me, but they had fun. They were suggesting things for me, which was very sweet. And while I was there, I found such a great thing that I was so excited about, and I couldn't believe it was on my wish list for the month. So it's a tartan navy and green check, double-breasted suit. You'll have to look at the cutaway footage because this is just gonna completely black it out. And by the way, I haven't said yet, but you probably know that Aritzia is headquartered in Vancouver, so I was very excited to be there and get this as a token of my trip. So this is a double-breasted blazer, pockets. It's a little bit looser, sort of like, an oversized fit, which I love. Love the lapel on this. This was a size 8, and then the matching pant. I've worn the suit jacket twice already, which is awesome within the month. The pants they look like they have a zipper, but it's like a faux zipper. It's not actually a zipper. And they just pull up. There's no buttons, snaps, nothing. Elastic waist here in the back, so very comfortable. And there's pockets, and it's sort of like an ankle length, which is exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to be able to wear this together. I wanted to be able to wear it separate, which I've worn the blazer on its own, and I wanted to be able to wear it with like sock booties or loafers, Oxfords, or even just like a white tennis shoe. So I really am so happy to have found this. Okay, I have the price in my phone because the tags are Canadian and I don't know the conversion right away. The suit coat was $172. I know that hurts a little bit. And the pants were $112. But I thought about it very, very much. And I just realized that this is something that it's cool that I got it while I was on vacation, which is nice. It's almost like a souvenir in its own. And it's neat that I was able to get it like where Aritzia is headquartered. So that's really cool too. Is it more than I wanted to spend? Absolutely, more than I wanted to spend. But you know what? Getting a nice blazer was also on my list, separate from a suit, like a nice high quality blazer. And this kind of checks that off too, to be quite honest. So the next thing that I bought, I haven't talked about this on YouTube at all, but if you follow me over on Instagram, last summer/fall, I was doing like a penny loafer deep dive. I bought a pair from Madewell and a pair from Everlane. Unfortunately, they both did not work out for me. And then I saw these recently on Zara. My qualifications for the penny loafer, as I was looking for something that was not black. They're a dark brown, but there's like just a hint of burgundy in them maybe. Some penny loafers don't have this actual slot for the penny. It's just like a band, like a full band over it, and I wanted it to have that because that's very classic to me when I had penny loafers when I was little. This has more of the elongated almond toe instead of being like cut short, which I really like. But then the back was just a little bit different. I'm definitely not someone who would normally wear like a lot of studs or anything, but this is just like the right amount of stud for me. It makes it classic, but a little bit edgy. These are a 39, which I believe equates to an 8. Does that equate to an 8? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it does. I haven't worn these out yet because it's so snowy out. I haven't had a chance to wear them. It's not exactly the thing you think of when you think of spring. But once it's still chilly out but the snow is gone, I will wear these. I love the idea of wearing these with a sock. And if I wear like an ankle length pant and I have a sock that maybe has like, you know, a stripe or something, I love the idea of showing a little bit of a hint of sock, which would be kind of fun. These were $59.99, I want to say. I didn't get them on sale or anything. They were just the regular price. And I'm not sure if they had these in solid black. They might. I'll let you know if they do. I'll link everything below, of course. Yeah, so I'm so excited to have found these. Okay, and my fifth and final find, I'm just so over the moon about because I've already worn this a little bit and I've talked about it a lot on Instagram and I love it so much. In that wish list video that I did, one of my wishes was to get a Gigi Pip hat. And I've heard about them on Instagram. There is a girl named Ginger Parrish, I believe is her name, who has designed and created these hats out of Utah. So I don't know anything about the process of the hats being made, but it is supporting like, you know, a woman-owned business, which is great. So anyways, there's a local shop in my town called The Counting House. And I was so excited when they opened in the fall because they have a ton of Gigi Pip hats. Prior to that, you would just have to see them online, which, you know, deciding if you should buy a hat online is like sunglasses. You just never know if they're gonna work. You wanna try on like a couple of different pairs. The hat that I was planning on buying, I had seen in December in the store, tried it on. It was a beige hat and it was a little bit too big. It was like floppy on my head. So they had to order another one, and there was stocking issues from Gigi Pip because they're so popular, and so I wasn't contacted from the store until February about the hat. Well, when I came to try on the smaller size hat, I was so bummed because it just didn't feel right on me. Like up here, it just felt really too big and strange on me. But they had this hat, which I tried on, and actually it was just this hat on its own. I'll explain this in just a second. And so I tried this on and I was like, no, I like the way that this looks better on my head. I just liked the way that, you know, you can wear these hats, you know, kind of like up like this if you want, which I feel like doesn't look right on me. You could wear them down real low, or you can wear them like somewhere in the middle, which is how I kind of like to wear it, is like in the middle. So this just felt more proportionate with my head, and I just like this a lot better. So I was trying on like the beige one and this one with the girls in the store, and I was like, doesn't this just look more like proportionate on my head? And so we agreed that this was the one, but I was like, I feel like something is missing. And she was like, well, we have these hat bands. And so at first I was sort of in my mind, I was rolling my eye like, oh, this is going to be some like $40 piece, because this was a $70 hat. And actually the beige one that I was considering was like $90 something. So I was planning on buying that one, which I think was like maybe $92. This hat was $78. This hat band was $12. So basically, and I'm counting this as just one because I'm never gonna wear, I could wear this without this, but I'm never gonna wear this. There's nothing I can do with this. Like, this is just for the hat. This is how much I was planning on spending on that other hat. But I had told her I thought something was missing, and she was like, well, we have hat bands that you can add to it. Of course, they have brown ones, black ones, they have different ones. This was 12 bucks. This was, you know, this camel color, which I really love. And so I was like, okay, that feels right. I guess I was telling her, I think I just wanted something beige on my head. And so this just feels complete now. She was also suggesting that you could tie different scarves around it to create a different look as well, and I own a lot of scarves, and I remember saying I was going to come home and immediately play with that, and I haven't done that yet, so I need to do that. These are just like so sturdy and rigid. Like this, I don't even know if this could dent. Like this is so sturdy. The thing is that apparently these hats are addictive and you want another one immediately. Everyone that I've talked to owns multiples of these, and they're like, yes, you immediately want another one, and it's true. I already want another one. And the shop owner of Counting House locally had told me that they're going to be getting some summer hats in, so I already want one of those. So I'm so excited about this purchase. And again, it was something that I checked off of my list. Yes, it was a little bit pricey, but completely worth it because the quality, this one hat, like, is just never going to get gross and dented, and I'm so excited about this purchase. And someone asked me on Instagram, like, oh, can you show a bunch of different ways to style it? And I mean, you just throw it on with whatever you're wearing. I mean, I probably wouldn't wear this with that blazer, although if you're wondering, did I make an entire outfit this month with my 5Finds? Yes, I did. I bought a blazer, a pair of pants, a shirt, shoes, a hat. I made a whole entire outfit this month with my 5Finds. I did not plan on doing that. That will probably never happen again. I don't know how that happened this time. But it happened somehow. So, yeah. What a good, this was a really good month for me. Things I've already worn, things I can't wait to wear. So yes, I am so excited about these things. I already have my eye for March on a couple of Everlane items, a top and some pants. I feel like so many of the things I've been wearing lately have been very heavily like menswear related and whatnot, especially this month with, I mean, this hat kind of is menswear as well, and the suit and the loafers. I can't wait for spring to come and just buy some dresses and skirts and more flirty things and just lighter feminine things. As much as I love dressing like a man, I also love dressing like a lady in spring as well. So hopefully some fun spring, summer things will be on its way. So stay tuned for that. And I will see you again in another video real soon. Bye.